Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Hi, and welcome
How's it going, guys?
to the first Goof Group podcast. We were streaming yesterday. I was doing a lot of Splatoon shenanigans, getting very rage-filled. Just know that I got godlike as soon as the stream ended,
He started kicking ass.
and then I ranked up and everything went to hell again. So
Yeah.
we decided today we kind of want to just talk. We want to just ramble. Try to not have a video game be the focus this time around. See how this works out, and then see if we want to keep doing this in the future. Literally just take a topic and roll with it. So right now it's, what is the future of Goof Group? What the heck are we doing?
What do we want to do? What do you guys want to see? Let's talk about it, guys. Shenanigans will unfold.
Cause basically, we want to look at this as like a part-time hobby kind of thing and try to keep it as consistent as possible. And then clearly, if you know, like there's more demand, more people are available to do stuff, and yada yada yada, then sure, we could add more. We can go longer, but right now we're looking at a sweet medium of 60 minutes to 120. So an hour or 2 hours, or right in the middle at 90. So
Yep.
let's just take a topic and roll with it, and then we have a couple of ideas of stuff we want to do, but we also don't know if we want to go every single day or every other day or 3 days a week or something. We have no schedule at the given moment. We're kind of, this is going to be our thought processing and immediate feedback, because at least YouTube's good for something.
Right? I already see people saying what they would like us to do. Woken Bucky's saying he wants us to play Mario Party with the 4 of us, and Matthew's saying he really wants us to finish the Zelda games like Majora's Mask. Odette's wondering when John's gonna live stream on Twitch.
Definitely this evening.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually not definitely this evening, because just personal stuff. We're kind of running around doing a couple things, but the past couple days have been a little weird, but tomorrow for sure. Today is because it's already getting a little late, but tomorrow for sure. Otherwise, keep updated with me on Twitter. You can also get Kyle's Twitter and all in the description below. You got links to all of Goof Group social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my YouTube, Twitch, all that is in there. Kyle's got mainly just Twitter. He doesn't have like a Facebook fan page or anything. So.
Yeah. Super we're saying basically any game's good for Goof Group, to be honest. Like me personally, I play anything. We've played on Goof Group anything that ranges from Mario to Zelda to Doom to, I mean, it really doesn't matter.
They really don't. Now, there is only one small problem at the moment, is we still need to talk to Javi and Alex and see what their schedule like in life is like, because as far as I remember, Alex should be working on graduating right now. Like, this should be his graduating semester, but I'm not even 100% positive about that. Whereas Javi's got a full-time job, I believe, with commissions on the side. Like, he does video and photo editing for different people by commission, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, we don't have the 4 of us readily available. For the very moment, it's just me and Kyle. And then as time moves on, we'll be able to add more stuff and maybe make it a time where it's always me and Kyle on these days and this time. And then Alex and Javi just come in the mix with either them or a combination of one of them and one of us. So we really don't have any of that planned out at the given moment. So all these 4-player things can't really happen at the moment.
So Kirsten Brown has a pretty good question. Do you guys stream whenever? Or do you have specific days? So we're trying to make a schedule. That's probably something else we'll talk about in this podcast. See what you guys think about that.
Because this was something I was talking about on my own stream, was that on Monday I decided, all right, I'm going to do a whole new schedule. I'm going to wake my ass up at 4 a.m. every single day. I'm going to wake up at 4. I'm going to get up like do some laundry, take a shower, eat some breakfast, chill for a little bit, catch up on some emails, maybe a couple videos, and then go live. I went live at 9 a.m. the other day, and I had like double or triple my normal audience count, because foreigners, like, and anywhere overseas, like UK and onwards, is 6+ hours from us. So for us, what time? It's 3:30 on the dot for us, Central Time. It's 9:30 for the UK. So these people are sitting there, like, either getting ready for bed because they got school or work in the morning, or they're just chillaxing and they're only going to be awake for another hour or two. So who knows if this would be the perfect time, because it's not going to be too long. Who knows if we need to go earlier. So that is something we need to consider with everybody in general. And that's another thing. We'd like to keep it short enough so that people who can't watch it live can go back and watch it themselves. And that's another reason we have no video focus. This is literally the only image that's going to be on screen the entire stream. So if you got something else to do, you got work to do, or you're in another tab messing around doing whatever, this is just going to be our voices. So you don't even need to keep this tab open.
Yeah, to just say evening John, and I'm assuming that other person, she knows who's talking.
Lol.
Right?
But I will say, alright, there was one suggestion. I think it was Bucky who said the Mario Party thing.
Yeah, for the
now,
4-player.
As far as the 4 of us, probably not. But if we were to have like let's say we have a podcast night, a game night, and then a viewer night, for example. And I literally just spewed this off the top of my head. We have not talked about this once, right? So like, let's say right now it's Thursday. This could be podcast night, whereas maybe Tuesday could be game night, and Saturday can be like a sponsor night or something. So like whatever the sponsors vote on, that's what we do, and we just roll with it.
Right.
So like me and Kyle, for example, like, let's just throw this out there. This is not a guaranteed thing. I'm just spitballing. Let's say Tuesday at 2 p.m. we do Mario Party. Just the two of us for 2 hours. We do like 3 boards, 2 or 3 boards of any Mario Party of our choosing, and just have it be a nice, fun, mess around thing, not a full-on playthrough. Like, that's something we want to avoid, because if we start something, we want to finish it. We'd rather be able to do things just as a one-off.
Nintega, I don't think you are a sponsor on here at all, because I think Spectre's the only sponsor for Goof Group
yeah,
at the moment.
Spectre's the only one at the moment. You would know if you're a sponsor.
If you have the icon by your name, the golden crown.
And your name would be green.
That too, yeah.
So that's how you'd know if you are a sponsor or not. And by the way, for the sponsors, we will try to implement things, and that's why I want to have like a sponsor night. So like, let's say Saturday at a designated time, and we would try to keep the, like, if we say noon Central Time every single time, that's when we stream. If we say 2, that's when we stream. If we say 8 p.m., that's when we stream every single time. That's what we want to do first and foremost, is get a time for whatever we're going to do, specific things. If we stream 3 times a week on Goof Group, that's a good start.
Yeah.
And then after that, we can figure out something else.
Kirsten Brown, it's not a requirement to become a sponsor. There's no need to apologize or anything like that. It's just something like extra perks and something for you guys.
Right.
It's not a problem at all. It's just something to throw out there, you know, for extra perks for the viewers to kind of indulge in and stuff like that. And that's really about it.
Yeah,
because we will have a wide variety of perks for our sponsors.
Like, let's say we played Mario Kart, for example. We would let our sponsors play first.
Yeah.
And if there's not a lot of people rotating, we might even, like, let's say we've only got 4 sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it and just say, like, hey, because you are, like, the godfathers of the sponsor system for us, y'all stay in. Like, yep. We can rotate people in and out, but you stay. Like, that's just an example. It's not that you need to sponsor. It's that we need to come up with thank yous and rewards and perks for those that do go above and beyond to sponsor, because we don't expect that. We don't ask for that. But if people do it, you got to give them something.
Right.
You're giving us money. We can't give you nothing.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So that's the gist of that. But let's see.
Matthew, there is a Goof Group Twitch already, but I mean, it's not partnered and we don't use it currently.
It's not even affiliated, which is literally the main reason we're streaming here on YouTube, because for the most part, I prefer Twitch in every way, shape, and form. But for Goof Group specifically, it just feels like everything we want to do and we feel we need to do is easier if we just focus on YouTube, because we've already got a sponsor button. We've already got better quality options. So like right now we're streaming 1080p. Now that's just our standard, you know. But like if we were streaming a game, if we switched over to a full screen and we went to a game, you guys would be able to see a full 1080p 60 frame stream up front. On Twitch, if you can't drop your quality options, but you need to because your internet's not that great, you're out of luck. Like, that is one downside to streaming on Twitch brand new. Like, we just can't. That's bad for you guys.
Right.
So we're trying to think, like, it's all pros for both, for us and for you guys. Let's see.
Hey, Zelda Gamer. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Let's see. Is it possible to sponsor for less than €5? Is it really $4.99 regardless of region? That's weird.
I don't know.
That's really weird. Like, I would think that it would be like $4.99 US dollars converted to whatever, not €4.99 euros.
Yeah.
Turning into what's the euro to the dollar?
I don't know, but I thought euros were less than our currency as well.
I think it's more.
Pretty sure it's less. It might. I think it's less.
Let me see.
Maybe. I don't know.
Someone will let us know. Well, pounds. I mean, whatever. I'm sorry. I'm American.
America.
But nah, whatever it says, that's what it is. So that's not that's literally YouTube.
Yeah, that's YouTube's
The
thing.
exact same thing would happen on Twitch. On Twitch, you can subscribe for $5, or they introduced higher tiers where you get more emotes and stuff like that. So there's a $5, a $10, and a $25 tier. But they don't have anything lower than that. If someone wants to like donate for the sake of donating, we also do have a donation link, but again, we don't want to emphasize, we want to emphasize that we don't want you to just give us money and then expect something, you know, because like we need to get that groundwork laid out and give you guys a reason, a value, because
well, somebody did something.
that is now up top. That was Tier.
Tier did what?
Tier sponsored.
Hey,
is now a sponsor on Goof Group. Now, just with that sponsor, we now have 2 sponsors. We can upload a new emote.
There we go.
Just like that, we can upload a new emote. I can upload it right now, and all you guys would have to do is refresh the page, and you've got it.
Now that we have
Spectre and Tier, I mean.
Yeah, now that we have 2 sponsors, we can officially upload a 5th emote.
Let's see, £5 is equivalent to $7 US. Okay then.
Well, alright. Words of wisdom, the more you know, I guess.
Is that Tier too nice, lol. Oh, I thought he was saying Tier's too nice. Oh,
I was about to say that.
Tier also.
That is the nicest thing Tier has done so far.
For you.
Yeah, right.
For you.
Yeah.
Dude, like, okay, I give YouTube a lot of shit, but at this point, I feel like they're just growing certain things. Like, they're trying to add new features. They added chat replay, which should have always been a thing. And for those of you that aren't aware, chat replay is literally, this will be archived on the channel. If you go to our videos on our channel, you'll be able to see a list of all the past streams and videos, yada, yada, yada. And you'll be able to go here and see everything that everyone said from the beginning to the end of the stream. That was not a feature 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Tears now specifies she did it for John. He gets a cut as well. Well, regardless of who you did it for, we both get a cut. So
money, money, money.
Yeah, it's equal between the both of us.
Yeah, shout out to the sponsor.
Regardless, thanks for the sponsor, though. It helps Goof Group.
And there's even some things that are, like, better on YouTube. Like, for example, the delay. Like, right now, we disabled DVR, which basically means you cannot rewind the stream, but you can watch it up front. And now I'm going to unmute my phone, and we're going to see how long it takes for me to start talking. A second.
Literally a second.
And I'm watching on a mobile device. I'm not watching on my computer. That's how fast that was. So when we're talking, you guys are hearing us in real time. So you don't even need to talk to us and be like, oh, well, they're not going to see this. Oh, wow, okay, they see us already.
Tier's still complaining about the whole layout thing. I'm sorry, Tier, but that's just something you're going to have to get used to.
But, like, I'm going to wait until the next person is... That's hella fast. I am watching on mobile, too. Oh, wow. Bah, ha, 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 ha. Like, that's... Like, as we're talking... As you guys are typing, I read that immediately as you sent it, so...
Which is really awesome.
You can let that be a judge of how delayed it is for you guys.
Alright, Singing Tink. Have fun at work. You be good now.
Yeah, she's going to be good. She's way too innocent.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is also a cool thing. So if we do refer to chat, this was a problem we had before. Because we used to stream on Goof Group on YouTube. We had, we were going through all the Kingdom Hearts games. Which, we're not going to talk about that specifically anymore. But, that was one problem we always had, is that the comments were gone. So, if we're responding to chat, or if we're just reading something out loud without referring to the person... Someone who's trying to watch this after the fact is just like, what the hell's going on? Like, even us, if we went back and, like, let's try to go through some old memories. Let's see, why did we say or do this thing? Why did this become a meme? Why did we start saying toy boat 3 times fast to see if we could say...
Oh, I remember that. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
We got pissed.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
And we forgot who to blame for that.
It aggravates me so much, though.
But, like, that's just an example. The chat was never there before. But now, we can go back and look at everything. Every single comment that was put is still there. Except maybe stuff that's, like, banned or timed out because I don't know. And apparently there was one guy who called us assholes because we didn't play with him on Splatoon. And then he dipped and I never saw the comments. So...
Right, Spectre. Repeat it. Oh man, when we first started doing that, I was getting annoyed so much. Like, I was literally pulling my hair out. The shenanigans that were involved in that. Matter of fact, what were we playing? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was Chain of Memories. I know. That was Re-Chain of Memories in freaking Halloween Town. I specifically remember, dude. I don't remember my own Let's Plays. I remember Goof Group stuff better than I remember my own stuff, and I think that's because we have the immediate communication going on. Like, I've loved doing Let's Plays. I've done it for 10 years. Like, it's really fun. But it's literally the time management after the fact, after the recording, doing the editing, the rendering, the uploading, wait for it to process, doing the title, description tags, metadata, scheduling it to upload. Literally me just saying that description was long-winded. But that's all the stuff you gotta do.
Yeah.
When we would do stuff for Goof Group, we would sit there and just play. And then I wouldn't even touch those videos for a little while. So I would remember everything because I remember us playing. I remember the shenanigans thing starting in freaking Banjo-Kazooie.
And then we were gonna do the whole shenanigans.
Oh yeah, we had a shirt design idea for shenanigans. It was gonna be like a tank top kind of thing, and it's like freaking arms coming out of the S's, like flexing. In our heads it was cool, but we couldn't come up with a final design that worked right enough to put it on the merch shop or anything. Which, that's another thing we got to talk about entirely, because this is where it's great for the consumer, but bad for the producer. Because we had the TeePublic shop. I'm sure you remember the TeePublic shop, where we literally uploaded the Goof Group logo, and we had all the options. We had regular tees, long tees, baseball tees, tank tops, hoodies, etc., etc., etc. We had all those different options. We had pillowcases. We had pillows, not pillowcases. Pillows, phone cases, laptop cases, bags, like everything.
Yeah, cell phone cases. They had coffee mugs. I mean, they had sleeves for something. What was it? Book sleeves?
Yeah. Book sleeves. But the problem with that, there's so many options, but because they get those services to us, we wouldn't get as much of a profit. So selling the same exact shirt, for example, like if we sold a Goof Group shirt on Teespring, we would make triple what we would on TeePublic. Probably more. No, wait. Yeah, triple. It would be a little more than triple, actually. A few more cents. But, see, that's where there's like a trade-off. We're going to have to do like a limited edition Teespring thing, for example. Because, like, if we're going to take the time and make merch, we want to make it cheap for you guys, but still be enough of a profit for us to make it, you know, worth doing. And we're not going to make you guys, like, if it costs you $22 for a shirt on Teespring, but $24 on TeePublic, why would we make you pay more and then we get less? Like, that's bad for everybody.
Look at Woken Bucky. Try saying this fast without saying the F word. I'm a mother pheasant. I pluck mother pheasants. I'm the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker to ever pluck a mother pheasant.
He tweeted that at me and I ignored the hell out of it because I was like, how do you slip up? How do you say the F word?
Reading that, I was about to say the F word, to be completely honest with you.
I'm a mother pheasant. I pluck mother... Wait. Okay, my phone is cracked. Give me a moment. I'm trying to read this right.
I'm a mother pheasant. I pluck mother pheasants. I'm the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker to ever pluck a mother pheasant.
No, like literally my crack on my phone reads pluck as puck, and that's what would slip me up. But it's not puck, it's pluck.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm a mother pheasant... Wait. Oh, I'm a mother pheasant. I pluck mother pheasants. I'm the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker to ever pluck a mother pheasant. It's not hard.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard.
But I can't say toy boat 3 times fast.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Shit.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
What?
Toy boat, toy boat, toy. Fuck.
Yeah, there you go.
I couldn't do it twice. I couldn't. It was just like, wait, I did it, but I couldn't do it.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You didn't even get that. How did you butcher that?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, dude, I feel like Jackie Chan in the freaking blooper reel for Rush Hour. I was like, El Pollo Loco, El Pollo Loco,
El Pollo Loco. So dumb.
He make fun of my English. He cannot say 3 words Chinese.
He's right, though.
Which is funny because he has to say that differently for like an American audience. It's not Chinese; it's Mandarin. Yeah. Just like, so even he's like, he can't say 3 words Chinese. Oh my god! But this is what a podcast is. Basically, we just talk and something happens.
Yep.
And we could both contribute a lot more easily when no one's hands, eyes, and ears are focused on a video game.
Right. So, what I'm wanting to know is, what are you guys... I want to know everybody's, like, in general, like, everybody in chat at the moment, what are their schedules? Like, how do they feel about certain days, you know... How do you feel about podcasts and also grouping in, you know, gameplays, like live streams and stuff like that? What are your times? What's more comfortable for you? And what would you like to see specifically? Stuff like that. Like if there's games that we still didn't do that you know that we were supposed to do, or if there's any new things. I know one person said that they wanted me to finish the Zelda games, which I fully intend to do.
I want to add on that, but I'll wait for a bit. Chat, remind us in like 5 minutes about Zelda, and I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's really simple. This is a really simple podcast. It's literally the future of Goof Group, and you guys are what make, you know, what keeps us going. So we want to know from you.
And while you guys are trying to ponder that and respond, try to include what time is it for you right now.
Also that as well. That is extremely important.
Well, round up. Don't put like the 3:50 or whatever. Just like it's 3:50 right now, so I would say 4 p.m. So just answer what time is it for you right now? Because that'll give us a good reach of who's watching us right now. Like, this is just out of school hours for, like, East and Central America, right?
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of 5 p.m.s. 5 o'clock, 5s.
And that's almost proving my exact point. Like, they're all Eastern.
Yeah.
So all the people that are here right now is Eastern, so maybe we would have to wait an hour or two if we want to start, because we want to be as fair to everyone as possible so that we can try to get everyone to watch live. And keep in mind, this is going to be me and Kyle's thing. I'm still going to be streaming on my own on Twitch.
Okay, so it looks like we will be catering to our time zone, basically, because I'm seeing a whole lot of 5s more than anything else. And that's actually a lot easier. I see every now and then I'm seeing like a tiers nighttime right now, huh?
Yeah, about 10 p.m. Spectre's about 10 p.m. Even though we specifically said to not say the insert 50, but anyway, don't ask me what that was because I don't even know.
So like Key Girl, she's an hour behind us, that's completely fine too. That's basically close. So I mean, we can work around that.
So ultimately, and that's another thing, like I said earlier on, is that if we do stuff like that, if we have regularly scheduled, let's say it that way, regularly scheduled broadcasts, because let's say we really have the urge to do something and we don't want to wait.
Right.
And we want to just stream at like 9 in the morning and then go for hours on end because we just want to do something specific. Then that'll just be something extra. But we want to get like some regularly broadcast and stuff so you know to come back at this specific time.
Zelda Gamer, listen here. I'm right there with you. Twilight Princess is one of my absolute favorite Zelda games in the entire series.
What's playing if you don't hear it.
Yeah, so I know if you probably had a question about this, but I also do intend on playing Twilight Princess. It's not
Zelda,
right yet. I'm going down the list, so obviously you know Twilight Princess is not coming yet. But our last Zelda game was Ocarina of Time. And I would say our
first series. That was the episode 1 of Ocarina of Time was our first Goof Group episode.
Should I ask them what we were doing?
If you want to... Okay. I'll just go ahead and say this because I wanted to get into it, the Zelda thing.
Yeah.
We mentioned this in yesterday's stream, how I already plan on doing the month of Kingdom Hearts. Whenever Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to drop, I'm going to platinum trophy every single game in the collections. I'm going to make that the month of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of doing was, I have this big problem where I've played almost every Zelda game, but I've only beaten 2 of them. And that's Zelda 1 and Ocarina of Time 3D. So I wanted to go and have like a month of Zelda and just go through all the Zelda games. Now, between us, it would be a matter of figuring when are we going to do it, how long are we going to do it, but we could, in theory, just sit there and marathon all the Zelda games and just do them back to back and just say, hey, this is the list, this is the order we're going in, and we're just going to do it. Now...
And personally, I've beaten every Zelda game in existence, so...
Oh, and Breath of the Wild. I just beat Breath of the Wild last week, so yeah.
We won't be live streaming that, though.
When I think... Okay, I'm sorry. When I say Zelda games, like, I guess that goes and proves that I definitely don't look at Breath of the Wild as a Zelda game. Like, I mean, clearly it is. That's not what I mean, but, like, it's not like the mainstream Zelda games. When I think Zelda, I don't even go to Breath of the Wild. I think Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, Skyward Sword even. Like, when I think Zelda, that's what my brain jumps to. Even though for the past year, I've seen nothing but Breath of the Wild. It's just too different in a good and bad way.
Yeah.
It's too standalone. I can't compare it and I can't contrast it.
So
it's just...
personally...
There.
for my next Zelda title, I mean, this was already in the works. I was supposed to do Majora's Mask after, Ocarina of Time, but it's really a mix between, Majora's Mask, A Link to the Past, and Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. Now, let's rewind a little bit. Fun fact, we did start Majora's Mask.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
I think we did 6 episodes of Majora's Mask.
And
but
then something happened.
But when we hit stop and we went and listened to it, bruh, we see what happened was we borrowed Matthew's Yeti, the Blue Yeti. So for those of you that watch my streams and listen to my videos, I use the Blue Yeti microphone, the regular one, not the Pro, not any of the XLR stuff, the regular Blue Yeti. My cousin Matthew next door also has a Blue Yeti, but his is messed up for some reason. So we had a built-in, like a software sound mixer, and we had both Yetis plugged into there being recorded as one microphone. Yours would sound fine, and mine would sound horrible, or vice versa. It was impossible. And then, like, it'll randomly go like this when I start talking, because it would have to reach a certain volume. It was so bad, and we just scrapped it. We said, screw it. But sometime early last year, I believe, we were streaming Wind Waker HD on my Twitch, and then we decided we're going to record the rest of the series. And we were almost done with Wind Waker HD back in December, but life happened, so we didn't get around to continuing it, which was the big problem. Now, my ultimate thing is, if Goof Group starts picking up a lot, to the point where we could hire an editor, for example, sure, we can go back to recording videos, because in that way, it'll basically be the exact same thing. 2 dumbasses sitting down playing video games, and then someone else does the editing and all that, uploads it. I mean, they can send it to me to upload, because I got gigabit internet, I'm good. But it's everything else. It's the time lapse, and it's the fact that I've only got one computer. So if I try to render videos, I can't stream.
Yeah. Odette, marathoning Twilight Princess HD, Majora's Mask 3D, and A Link Between Worlds is fine and all that, but even if I did play A Link Between Worlds, I wouldn't be playing that until after A Link to the Past, because that's actually a sequel to A Link to the Past, and I don't skip titles.
Yeah.
It would make sense to play A Link to Between Worlds and then play A Link to the Past. So what I was thinking was I would do all the titles, I obviously skip, the older ones to play Ocarina of Time, only because Ocarina of Time was my personal favorite. But the next titles for Zelda will either be Majora's Mask, A Link to the Past, or Wind Waker. And then after that, it would be Twilight Princess. But those games, they're just if anybody has actually seen the playthrough for Ocarina of Time, it'll be relatively easy and simple. And who was it that said it confuses them?
What confuses them?
Majora's Mask. Key girl. Majora's Mask, it's confusing, yeah, it is, but
you've beaten it now.
I can simplify it very easy for you. I won't in this podcast, but I can, believe me when I say I can make it very easy for you to understand while I'm playing it. I can actually break it down for you. It's actually not as confusing as you think it is.
I'll put it this way. If you need a video guide of some kind, Chugga Conroy. Because they actually use him on Zelda. I don't know if it's Zelda Universe or Zelda Dungeon. Whichever one has the walkthroughs. He's like the unofficial video walkthrough guy for one of them. Because they just came as like, dude, your stuff is too good. Like, they've been using him since Wind Waker. So when he did Majora's Mask, he shows where every heart piece is. He shows how to get every single upgrade. He shows how to get all the masks.
Yep.
And then he explains every little mechanic. He'll tell you, like, when he does something, and then all of a sudden it's like day 2, day 3, and then he rewinds time, he'll tell you what would happen, or he'll even show you what would happen if you do something out of order, because it's the time travel thing. The time travel is what gets confusing in knowing what to do on each specific day. You may know you want to do something, but you're at the wrong time. It's stuff like that. He will help you through every little thing, just straight up. Just go to watch Chugga Conroy's LP. not Game Grumps.
Odette, Breath of the Wild is considered really the last of everything. I mean, it could fall between... You want to explain to them how you explained it to me? Because I personally haven't played Breath of the Wild thoroughly, but from what I know now, Breath of the Wild is basically, if anybody knows anything about DC Universe or Marvel, it's, think of it like the multiverse. Breath of the Wild is in an alternate storyline of its own and considered more of like a reboot of the entire series, but it can also fall into place of any of the 3 different branches, and within those branches, it will be at the very end as the last title.
They so basically what's been officially stated is, like, through all the fan theories and whatnot, they were basically asked, what's right? Where does it go?
Yeah.
And like Kyle just said, whatever timeline you want to put it in, you're right.
Right.
Because it's so far in the future that they consider it kind of its own game. They didn't use the word reboot, but they basically used the definition of reboot to describe it.
Yeah.
So, especially something that gets me, and this right here, how we're talking and we're going off on this random tangent, this would be the Zelda timeline podcast.
Yeah.
If we could talk for 2 hours on this alone. I know we can, because I've done it. I've done it for an hour on another channel somewhere.
Zelda game, not to cut you off. Zelda Gamer, you're actually wrong. It's not in any specific timeline, because within Breath of the Wild, there's also, you know, the Koroks, which is in the Wind Waker game. And that has nothing to do with the child timeline, with like Twilight. That has nothing to do with Twilight Princess's branch at all.
The first thing that messes up all the theories is Koroks, Zoras, and Ritos all coexisting.
None of those things should belong in the same timeline together at all.
That's why they basically said, however far down you need to go, like the freaking like monkeys or chimpanzees and humans having the same common ancestor. Yeah. So it's one of those things where one side kind of split apart and started evolving, and the other stayed the same. And it's not far enough for one of them to die out or for a new thing. Like it's one of those weird things where they did that intentionally to say, we do what we want.
Yeah, so it's essentially a reboot because they basically threw in a bunch of random stuff from all the timelines into one game and basically said, you know, it belongs to anything, but it's so far in the future to where, you know, they can basically go from there and start a whole new idea. Because it is very confusing, but Koroks and Zoras, you know, shouldn't belong in the same, first of all, in the same existence at the same time. That expands, you know, years and years of, you know, that's not, that shouldn't be a thing.
My favorite thing about Breath of the Wild is not Breath of the Wild in and of itself. What I love is that how they incorporated all these different mechanics and options and all the different tribes and everything that should not coexist, which is basically rebooting it, which leads them to do whatever they want. It's unpredictable now.
Right.
So, like when Skyward Sword came out and we found out that it was the beginning of the beginning, that was like mind-blowing right there. It was like, what the heck can they do? Almost everything was new.
Right.
Like, they had Gorons and whatnot, but like, they introduced new types of creatures and tribes that don't exist anymore. What were those big sloth dudes?
No clue.
The dude with I'm trying to. Someone in the chat's got to remember what was the name of those animal things that had these freakishly long arms? They were like moles, but they weren't moles.
So what were the flying the avian race like in Wind Waker?
They were just birds.
Okay, so they are actually descended from the Zoras. So first of all, Zoras and them existing in one, game shouldn't exist because they're essentially the same exact thing.
Hold up, Magma, is that what they're called? Let's Google it.
Magma. Yeah, well, maybe.
Google.
The Rito, there we go. Yeah, the Rito are descended from the Zora. So, I mean, the Rito and the Zoras being in one game makes no sense. That's why it doesn't fall in any specific timeline, and it's essentially just a reboot. It's a story in itself now.
So yeah, it was Magma, but have they been in another Zelda game ever?
No.
And that was the beginning of the beginning.
Yeah, they haven't been in any other Zelda game.
So like that's just an example right there. Skyward Sword is way at the beginning, and they introduced stuff that could have died out over time, which they did. Breath of the Wild, everything is conjoined somehow, and now they can do another one that's even further down the line where all these races are extinct and there's all new ones. Like, you never know.
Well, no, Zelda gamer, they're not like pre-Gorons because Gorons were in Skyward Sword.
So, yeah. Like I said, we're on a whole Zelda tangent right now. This is a podcast in and of itself.
There you go.
So, Goof Group Podcast 2. Zelda timeline, theories, stuff, things. And there's a few things I want to have a Zelda one. I want to have a Pokemon one. I talked to Kyle and I gave him my theory on the Pokemon one. And he not only thinks that it's appropriate, but it's exactly what he wants.
What's that?
We're not going to talk about it yet.
Okay.
Y'all going to have to wait and see. But, rank Nintendo E3 worst to best. We will when it happens.
What, the one coming up?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the list yet. So.
Right, we will when it happens.
Yeah, when E3 comes, we will. Absolutely.
I mean, it don't matter. Smash wins.
Yeah.
I mean, Smash. You can show off Metroid Prime 4. You can show off the new Pokemon. You can show off Pikmin 4. You can introduce a new IP. You can come up with some other sequel. You can have a Donkey Kong sequel. I don't care. Nothing tops all Nintendo games in one. You can't beat that. You cannot beat Smash. Nothing can beat Smash. You just can't.
Unless they announce Elder Scrolls 6.
But that's not Nintendo.
I'm just saying.
It's not Nintendo. I'm talking about in Nintendo. He said rank Nintendo E3.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, Nintendo E3. Yeah, of course Smash. I mean, I can't think of any, not even Metroid. I mean, it's Smash, yeah. If I were to have to say, like, in general, E3 in its entirety, I mean, anything that comes from Bethesda is going to win. I'm sorry.
See, my thing is, I have two big threes now. So I look at it as Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. I want to look at it, who is doing the best with their innovation, upgrades, and other stuff.
Sony's going to have some really good stuff.
So, like, last year, everyone did good. Even Microsoft. Everyone did good. I did not have a bad thing to say about anyone during E3 except for little moments that were just dumb. But they're always going to have you can't avoid them. But then the other big three is in terms of development and games, where there's a lot of games coming out of the same company. Nintendo, again, it's in both categories. So it's Nintendo, Bethesda, and EA. Everyone else is just kind of scattered across everybody else. So like if you got your Activisions, you've got freaking Telltale, you got so much, but they're scattered across everything. Square Enix, like you can't say Square Enix won. They got one damn game on two different systems. So who the hell won? Like you can't. They're their own one little thing. It's like I don't count Square Enix even though they got Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's my thing. But you see what I'm saying? Let's see. I wish Sea of Aces was coming out on other platforms because it actually looks fun. Yeah, I actually did see stuff about that. That was the Xbox One game, right? Or Xbox One and PC. That's the game I'm thinking of. Sea of the Aces.
I'm actually really excited for this year's E3 because there's
so much.
It's not just that. I know that they're going to announce and release dates and games that they were upholding last year, and I know the titles. Sony.
You're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. I know that's what you're trying to get to.
Well, not just that. I mean, we're gonna see Kingdom Hearts 3. We're gonna see Elder Scrolls 6. We're going to see stuff from Sony specifically, like that post-apocalyptic game that everybody's been. Days Gone? No, not Days Gone. Is it Days Gone? Oh, it's one title that's really going to up the bar. I mean, Sony's gonna have a real good reach, incredible reach.
Oh, okay. Was I thinking of Sea of Thieves, or was that... Okay, so they meant Thieves.
Sea of Thieves
and that is the game I was thinking
the VR game?
No, it's like, it's basically this big open-world pirate game.
Yeah, it's VR. It's the VR game.
I don't think it's necessary. Like, I think VR is an option, but I don't think it's specifically VR.
Yep.
It is?
Yeah, it's VR game. I believe so, yeah.
Huh.
It's all over the internet right now. It's already out, I believe. Yeah.
I did not know it was VR exclusive.
I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Not that I remember that well.
I mean, from what I've seen from the gameplay, it has to be VR.
Could be. Hello, darkness. But, yeah, with E3, they've got, like, Nintendo's whole freaking roster. We have stuff we know that's coming, and then there's stuff that we just hope is coming.
Yeah.
For Sony and Microsoft, it's always up in the air. We don't know what the heck they're going to do as individual companies. We know we know the developers are going to make their showcases inside. Oh, and I kind of forgot Ubisoft. I don't know why I forgot Ubisoft, but
I wonder what Ubisoft would show. I mean, Assassin's Creed Origins is already out, and that was their big thing that they've been working on for years. Like, the one Assassin's Creed game they didn't rush. And from what I've been playing so far, it is the best in the entire series.
And you really never know, because they did the Rayman Mario not Rayman, the Rabbids, Mario plus Rabbids. They revealed, well, it leaked, but it was meant to be revealed at E3, and then it came out in October.
Yeah, and
so they could come out with something brand new and come out this year.
Yeah, and Far Cry 5's out now, so that was, their big Far Cry game. Far Cry and Assassin's Creed's two of their big titles. I'm not entirely sure what Ubisoft's gonna do. I know Ubisoft has this sci-fi kind of aerial, game that they're developing right now. Maybe they'll announce that. They've showed gameplay, and it looks really, really nice. It's a new IP. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Rip everyone's wallets this year, man. Your credit card's gonna be maxed out, y'all.
Buy all the things.
Like, dude, if it wasn't for PC, like, Microsoft was actually winning me over last year. It was just like, bruh, if PC was not a thing, then they're finally worth having.
Right.
Like, I know, like, last gen 360 demolished PS3, but in this gen, the opposite is true. And most of the people that have Xbox Ones now are the ones that are just in denial and thought, no, the 360 was the best. The Xbox One's going to be even... Yeah, of course it's going to be better, but it's not going to be better than another system when they realized, oh, shoot, we have competition.
Yep.
Sony didn't have competition before. Sony was Sony.
Yep.
It's like PlayStation 1 versus N64. Discs versus cartridges. Discs start to win. PlayStation 2 versus the world. Oh, well, it's the sequel system. I'm pretty sure it destroyed Xbox, but then 360 came out. I was like, hey, we got even more stuff. And I'm pretty sure 360 came out before PS3, which is why it kind of won. And then Sony's like, Microsoft, middle fingers your way. And we're taking our shit back.
Right.
But, yeah, when it comes to those two, you don't know what's going to happen at their press conference.
You don't?
You don't. And that's one other thing I love about Nintendo right now, is because at first it was really iffy, but the more I thought about it, how the way they do Nintendo Directs throughout the year and Nintendo Spotlights at E3, I love that they do that, because they can say, this is what we want to talk about. All right, we've got 1 minute left over. Let's throw an indie sneak peek in here. or no, we need to fit this one more game. And they can sit there and tell everyone, re-record your thing. Make sure everyone finishes 5 seconds faster so that you have 3 more minutes to show off Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. And like, they could do all that for E3 and say, hey, we've only got 90 minutes? Only 90 minutes. You know what we could do with 90 minutes of pre-recorded footage?
Yep.
But that's another topic for another day. E3. We've got 3 things now. We got Zelda, we got Pokemon, we've got E3. That's 3 topics right there. I love this podcast idea.
Exciting.
Because it's literally us talking to each other now and then, glance at the... We take one comment from the chat and we roll with it.
Right.
How do we start talking about E3? Freaking Sea of Thieves, and they weren't even right about the game. That's how we got onto this conversation.
That's how it works.
It's so easy to have a conversation. You just say one thing and you roll with it. What do you think about butts?
I like butts.
Dude, butts is the best part of a human being.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Butts are amazing. It's a nice feature.
You have a nice butt, actually.
I know I have a nice butt.
But no one beats Javi's butt.
Nobody beats
No guy beats Javi's butt. Javi has #1 male.
Yeah, I was about to say,
booty.
I know a butt that beats Javi's butt. But not that it's not a guy. So.
Javi, #1 male booty.
Yeah, #1 male booty.
And he hates when we talk about it.
Oh, man. Shout out to Javi. Yo butt. Yo butt, bro.
I don't know if he's disgusted, flattered, confused, concerned, or disgusted.
All of the above.
All at once. He can't control his emotions. Now, I didn't sit there and time that, but I would guess about 1.5 minutes. All I said were butts are dope. And we talked about 1.5 minutes and ended up mentioning Javi.
Yeah.
And I'm still talking about the topic. I'm talking about how the topic started. And we're still going. That's the beauty podcast. I've been wanting to do stuff like this for a long, long time. But I couldn't figure out the times to do it. Who to do it with, because even on a radio show, like, you can't have one guy talking to himself. I mean, it's cool that we got a chat. Like, that's the better thing about us versus, like, a radio. But even radio shows, like, hey, call us in, and we ain't giving out no phone numbers. We just gonna read your chat.
When is the live-action Lion King trailer? I do not know, but
that's a thing.
Yeah, there's a live-action Lion King movie coming out. Just like the Aladdin one.
Like actual live action or the freaking play
actual live action, like Beauty and the Beast just came out. There's an
You said Aladdin.
There's a live action Aladdin movie coming out.
That one I knew of.
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's the chick from the new Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
That played Kimberly. She's Jasmine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Who? I remember.
And Will Smith is Genie.
That's what it was. I was trying to think, who did I know was playing a specific character? That's what it was. That's how I remember the Aladdin movie. But Lion King specifically, I missed that one.
Yeah.
When they announced that?
They announced that a while back.
Because if it was a while,
maybe last year.
If it was a while back and they just said it and then let the, like, to be honest, until you just mentioned it, like, it's like, oh yeah, like the Aladdin movie that's coming out. I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. But
no, Zelda game or Aladdin.
Otherwise I wouldn't have known.
Aladdin doesn't have it yet. There's a live action movie of Aladdin coming out. It's been announced. It's in the works, just like Lion King.
And that's either going to be amazing or terrible with Will Smith as Genie. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Well, the darkness. Who do I think will die in a new Avengers movie? Captain America is without a doubt going to die. That's a given. It's all but been confirmed because his contract ends after this movie, like in real life. So I mean, in the comics he dies too. So I mean, Bucky, which is the Winter Soldier, his best friend, is going to take the mantle of Captain America because the hero Captain America is a title, not a person. There has been several Captain Americas in the comics over the years.
That's like Green Lantern.
Yeah, it's just that Steve Rogers was the first and original Captain America, and he laid the foundation for the Captain American, Captain America hero. But yeah, Vision's gonna die, Captain America's gonna die. I mean, to be completely honest, Thor's probably gonna die too, maybe. God, it's been confirmed that there will be at least, there's going to be a few major characters that we know and love that will die. That's been confirmed by the people that make the movie. It's gonna happen because it's Infinity War. It's Thanos. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. With the snap of his finger, he can erase the universe just with the snap of his finger.
The more you talk about this, the more I wish they had a DC equivalent of that whole thing for live action, though.
Oh, well, there's gonna be. I mean, there's...
I mean, I know they've come out...
Darkseid is gonna be a thing.
It's been mostly, like, Batman movies, though. Like...
Well, no,
No, I mean, like, in recent years, like...
Yeah, the Justice League, the next Justice League movie, at the end of the Justice League movie, they hinted towards Darkseid.
Yeah, but,
Darkseid's... His weapon is literally the size of a planet.
I'm looking more so at the specific of, like, let's just take alone the Avengers. 1, 2, 3. You have all 3 of those movies, but all the other ones of all the characters that are in those movies have their own lines in their own, their own movies in a timeline. And then, like, there was a part, I think, in, like, Iron Man 3 talking about the next Avengers movie or whatever. Like, they're all connected in some way.
Yeah.
Like, they've all got their own timeline. I don't know why they haven't done something as much as that with a live DC version, but they've done the animated series that's still going on. They release like 2-3 movies a year somehow.
Yeah, well, when it comes to DC was lacking. They came out with Justice League so they can start, competing.
Dude, they have like 40 movies in the exact same studio, the same style, all in its own one single timeline of all the DC stuff. When
DC decided they wanted to do their own thing like Avengers, they came out with the movie Man of Steel. That started their train towards Justice League. When Man of Steel came out, then they came out with Batman vs Superman. Batman vs Superman is when they first premiered that Batman.
Yeah.
That one specific Batman, and that was called Dawn of Justice because it was leading up to Justice League. In the movie Justice League, they came out with Aquaman and, Cyborg and, Batman vs. Superman also had Wonder Woman, I'm sorry. But, I mean, they had The Flash. And now, after this Justice League movie, they have an Aquaman movie coming out. They have a Flash movie coming out. Wonder Woman already came out.
Right.
They have a second one coming out.
I'm about to say, like, when you said Wonder Woman, I'm like, another one already?
Yeah, so they have a Cyborg movie coming out.
They have started it. These are all actually connected.
They're just behind. Yes. Okay. And there is another Justice League movie already in the works, and that's going
sadly, I have not watched these recent ones. I didn't realize they were actually all connected.
Every single one of them is connected, and the next Justice League movie is basically going to be like this Avengers movie. It's going to be
My prayers have been answered. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's going to be like the end of the world. Darkseid, if anybody knows who Darkseid is, he commands Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a giant war machine the size of an entire planet. It's even bigger than Earth. And it's basically a giant planet that can destroy other planets. It's got giant fucking laser guns, and it holds his army, and it's a civilization on its own. But Darkseid himself is of a certain race that's even stronger than Superman. He can single-handedly, kill Superman, Batman, and Batman even has a hard time fighting Darkseid. He has no weakness. Darkseid has no weakness, and he's not only big, but he's got laser vision too, except his zigzags like a pattern, and he can turn it and make it follow people. Yeah, he can make it follow people and stuff like that, and it has a way bigger punch than laser vision, like heat vision. So yeah, Darkseid's the equivalent of Thanos, but DC. He's a force to be reckoned with, and he's also, I think, like the last of his kind, and he never dies in this series.
If I was big enough on the movies, I would make this another podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely it's something you would have to look up and Google and research and just kind of get into, I guess. But it's pretty cool.
It's like I'm just not as big of a movie junkie as I used to be. Like, it used to be I had to watch everything that would come out. Now I pick and choose some things, and then I'm mostly just like, if I'm ever on Netflix, for example, I was like, there's nothing to watch on YouTube. There's nothing to watch on Twitch. I just need something to do for an hour. I go on Netflix and I find a comedy special that I haven't watched. I don't even really watch movies. because I know that if I watch a movie or a TV show, I'll get hooked because I'll only watch it because I know I would be interested and then I wouldn't be able to stop.
So Woke and Bucky, I'm more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy too, but I like both of them. I don't discriminate. I like both equally, to be completely honest, because they both have their points. So because they're both similar in a lot of ways and also different in a lot of ways. Like, you know, Marvel is more on the ground. DC is more up in the heavens. You know, DC is more dramatic and, you know, space and, you know, I'm gonna destroy existence as you know it. There's more characters that are like
Not if I have something to say about it.
Yeah, there's more characters that are cosmic and stuff like that. And then you got Marvel where they're more down to earth, you know, not as cosmic. They have characters that have cosmic and superpowers and stuff like that, but it's less inclined.
I wish I knew what, like, there's got to be a name for this animated series that they've got, but they've got, like I said, the movies, they got like 40 of them for DC, and they're all connected. Like, they've already had 2 Teen Titans movies, and, like, Damian, like, comes, like, Batman's son, he comes over and becomes the new Robin. He has been Robin in, like, 5 or 6 movies already.
Yeah.
And they're, like, that's how expansive it is.
Yeah, because Damian Wayans is Batman's son.
Yeah. Then, they've still got Dick Grayson and all that stuff.
Which was the original Robin, and he became, you know, Nightwing.
Yeah, so he's Nightwing in the Teen Titans movie.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because they tried to do, like, you know how Cyborg was supposed to be, like, Teen Titans and then joined the Justice League?
Yeah.
Because they did it out of order already, because Cyborg was already, like, in his own thing. Like, he became a Justice League member in his own right that way. Yeah. So when the Teen Titans thing came in, he ended up hanging out with them more. He comes in the freaking tower with a pizza when Batman's, like, not Bruce, Batman is on the screen and it just is like, have any of you seen Cyborg? And he comes in the room with a giant pizza like, yo, what's hey, boss. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what it was. It's like,
I would too. Who doesn't like pizza?
But he's just like, maybe you should stick with them for a little while. So he basically got demoted from Justice League to Teen Titans, but he was cool with it. He liked it.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny.
So like that was cool. It was actually the best version of Terra they've ever had for the second Teen Titans movie. She was introduced and died in the same movie. Whoa.
9 Things Magic. I've never been too much into movies. I can't sit down with an hour and not be doing anything. You're not just doing nothing. You're watching a movie.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, you got to be doing nothing in order to decide to watch a movie.
I mean, I guess.
I'm the same way.
I love watching movies.
Because my thing is, I don't do movies. I do video games and streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whenever I have nothing to do, well, at the time, I was making videos. Now I'm doing nothing but streaming, so if I've got nothing to do, now I'm just booting up XSplit and just like, all right, what do I want to do now? Like, you guys have no idea. We've been sitting here with this screen this whole time. We're just looking down at our phones, talking to a mic. We're sitting on opposite ends of the room. I have Splatoon 2 open right now. I was just playing Splatoon, trying to rank up this whole time, waiting to start this stream, and then I left it alone.
Yeah, see.
After losing my rank again, I went from A to A- in Rainmaker, and I'm sad. Let's change topic immediately.
Yeah, see, me and Carolyn will sit or lay down and literally go on Netflix or Amazon Video, and me and her will watch like something like True Blood or the Marvel movies or something, and just like splurge on them and just watch them back to back until we get bored of it. Like, we like watching movies and TV shows. We find it pretty interesting. And not to mention, it's a big time killer, aside from playing video games.
Now, there was someone, hold it, let me see. Nintendo's asking, well, y'all gonna watch the Dragon Ball Super movie once it hits theaters? That I will. That's like an exception. Like, the only movies I've seen in theaters recently, in like the past 4 or 5 years, has been Resurrection of F, I'm sorry, Battle of Gods, then Resurrection of F, and then the Pokemon I Choose You thing that just came out. Which, I almost went into that Pokemon thing again. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to hold off on that theory because I want that to be leading up to E3. But I also want to do it soon enough so that they don't tease it and be like, oh, well, they already confirmed that. Nah, bitch, I called it. Like, I want to see if I called this. But I want it to be its own thing. So we're going to hold off on that. Meanwhile, Luigi's Mansion's playing in the background. And I am like, I want to play it now.
It's pretty beautiful.
Blum, 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 blum. Blum, 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 blum. Yeah, I'm so glad I decided. I just looked up a random music playlist and just let it go. Because I didn't want it to be like awkward silence background. Figured it'd be cool to just let it go like this.
Yeah. Pokemon though.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be a podcast of its own because yeah.
But something else we could talk about for Goof Group. For those of you that have,
what we were gonna do.
Yeah, for those of you that know who Original 151 and Dobbs Gaming are, they go by just Vinny and Dobbs. If you guys know who they are and you know that they've got this whole Versus series of a randomizer Nuzlocke, bruh, ever since I started watching that, I wanted to do a series myself with somebody, but I didn't know who, I didn't know when, and I didn't know how often we were going to be able to do that consistently. So who knows, maybe once a week, Kyle and I can do a randomizer Nuzlocke for like 3 hours, rather than doing, like, what I was thinking was, instead of making it like 30-minute episodes or whatever, and recording it, just stream it. Or, better yet, what we could do, that's it, we can record it and have it ready to go, but literally just have it all pieced together, and then let that stream by itself.
The Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
You would rather record it.
That's an idea, because what if 1 week we just can't do it, or we decide we're not going to finish?
True.
I think it'd be easier if we do it on our own time and record it, but literally hit start and then go.
I do feel like there's a chance that it would end very quickly. Like one of us lose at the very beginning, then it would
not Gen 1.
It wouldn't be much of recording.
Not Gen 1. It wouldn't. Nah, it wouldn't happen.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely down to play a Pokemon Nuzlocke like whenever. I actually wanted to do it today, but for
time purposes.
And we got to do some other stuff today, but it's definitely gonna happen. Most definitely.
Yep, we can even make that a Saturday thing. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Like, just meet up, do it for like what I think is we need to have it be a set amount of time. Like, I think we need to make it a versus and go, we're playing for 2 hours. At the 2 hour mark, we stop. No questions asked.
Right.
I do think we need to do like that. Keep it consistent and then work from there. Ultimately, I want to start streaming on Goof Group with you 6 hours a week total, and then work our way up from there.
Yeah.
If we get enough feedback, if we get enough support, we can give more time to this, because like I said, this is going to be a hobby. Like, we've got 2 sponsors right now. After the cut, that is $7 each. Kyle and I have accumulated $3.50 in the past 48 hours from Goof Group. Whoa!
Whoa.
See, so, I mean, we need to do our own, like, money-making stuff. We have to treat this as, like, a regular hobby, and then if it grows, like, we're not doing this for the money. We're just doing this for fun, to have something to do. But we want to do it consistently enough, because we already do have a little bit of an audience.
Right.
Like, if we only had one person show up to the stream, like, are we really going to dedicate this many hours to this one person because we're not being discovered? And here it's just us talking. But doing a whole series that would take effort, that would be the problem. We could have one person here and we would never even know that it was just one person. Because we're just talking.
Right.
It's way easier when you're just doing something like this, which is why we have to do this at least once a week. Just sit here and talk.
So how do you guys feel about the podcast so far? Because this is obviously a thing we want to keep doing. You will be seeing live streams from us, but podcasts will be thrown a mix, like different topics. You know, this is only the first podcast. This is the future of Goof Group. Every other podcast that follows after this one will be a different topic.
And so far, all these different topic changes we've had have been sneak peeks into our brains and what we're going to do in future podcasts. We already came up with Pokemon, Zelda, E3, and then some other fourth thing. I don't know.
Right.
We've already got a month's worth of podcasts.
Right.
Just like that.
We do have a lot to talk about, so it's like don't hold back, you know. Let us know how you feel about it.
And I was also debating with myself, like before you even came into the picture, I was debating, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do this for a certain amount of time? Do I want to do this for like an hour or two once a week? Or would I rather do like 20, 30 minutes of different topics every day? But then eventually I realized I would burn myself out of topics way too fast, number one. And then number two, it's so freaking short. If people aren't there at that very specific time, that's it. And then they got to play catch up. Whereas if you do it once a week for 2 hours, you have 7 days. Well, if you want to catch it live, the next one. You got 6 days to watch 2 hours of stuff. Every day you can watch for 20 minutes and you call it up. And then you can watch the next one without missing anything. So, I like this idea. You are not putting the damn wah.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Wah!
I am interacting and whying with, you know, our goofs right now.
And TJ said, I'm glad you guys are finally starting this. Let's see, who else? So far so good. I like the podcast idea. Wah.
Wah.
See, love it. So far so good.
Okay, looks like they like the podcast idea. So, you guys will keep seeing them.
And just coincidentally, I'm seeing it.
What's that?
It's kind of funny. We've got, like, even more viewers right now than when we were doing Splatoon yesterday.
33, 32 watching now?
Yeah, and that's been going, like, a little up and down, but it's been steady at about that point. So I do find it kind of funny that, like, we introduced it as a gaming channel. Like, we're going to focus on gaming, let's playing, and playing stuff online. We're just talking, and we have more viewers than when we were playing games.
Which is kind of depressing, because that makes me feel like you guys don't like our gaming skills, yo.
Well, I mean,
I'm offended.
That could be part of the reason, but
But of course, you were playing yesterday, not me.
Yeah, I know, but well,
when I play, it's
7 other people were playing. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, when I play, it's very magical, and I'm not inclined to mess up at all. I'm a god at video games. Just
now, I'm going to kick you off your high horse and bring you back to reality. You are generally good because you play so many different genres and different types of games. You will literally play anything.
Yeah, we'll literally play anything.
It's the part about learning how to pick up and play and being okay at it and knowing, like, you know, like for Breath of the Wild, for example, you already knew most of the mechanics of Breath of the Wild without even playing it.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like me, it's just like, all right, how would this cooking work? How would, based on this description, how would this go? You would know before me, oh, this item description says cook it and you get this. That doesn't mean cook it with other stuff. That means cook it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know this. So I was overcooking. I was doing too much. So they're all hearty items, like big hearty truffle or whatever that stuff is. Like hearty salmon or whatever. Hearty items. If you cook that by itself, it is a full heal plus 1 or 2 hearts.
Yeah.
I was throwing in all this extra. I was putting more hearty items in there to make it like full heal plus 20.
Yeah, which that's insane.
Yeah, like, it's stuff that you would cook early in the game if you're trying to rush right through because you only had 3 hearts. That would turn it into 20. Whereas at the point I was in at the game, I only had like 4 hearts left.
If you keep talking about Breath of the Wild, it's gonna make me want it even
sorry.
more. It's gonna make Breath of the Wild is the single most The only Zelda game I have not played to the very end, have fully played. Matter of fact, I haven't played much of it at all, and I want to. But if I do that, it requires me to buy the Switch, and you're gonna make me buy the Switch.
We only, I want to say we only beat 20-something shrines when we first started on Goof Group.
And that's not enough.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys were watching Breath of the Wild on Goof Group and you were upset that we didn't finish and we uploaded those 4 videos in one day and never continued, that was because we never got together to record again after that point. So I just said, screw it, but I'm going to leave it up for those that wanted to see it. And if people want to see more of it, maybe when we come down the line, we'll introduce it again. But that wasn't really the case. We had people disappointed, but...
Wait.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy IX music? Wait, stay silent. No.
Kyle's eyes just opened wide and his jaw just dropped.
You know when's the last time I heard this orchestra?
Last time you played Final Fantasy IX?
No. Well, yeah, I guess. But wow, Final Fantasy IX is a really good Final Fantasy.
Which one is 9? Which
Final Fantasy IX
like who's the main guy?
I don't think there is no main character in Final Fantasy IX.
Whoa! Oh, Milkshake has become a sponsor!
Hey, Milkshake with the sponsor!
Hey, and Plankton, my boy!
My dude! What's
my
happening?
guy!
Shenanigans have ensued.
Thank you for the sponsor, my dude. We need to upload another emote. What do you guys want as an emote? For those of you that are on Twitch and you know my emotes, what emote do we need right now? I might want to upload that for you guys as soon as the stream is over. I already put Wah and the link thing in here, I believe.
So Tyr said Eevee. Why Eevee specifically?
She has an Eevee fetish.
Oh, well. I don't
she
know.
believes in evolutionism.
Evolutionism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long story short, she has her own made-up lore about the Eevees. Well, Eevee and its evolutions. And then, as soon as it's available, she dumps all of the Pokemon. It's the only one that exists in her heart.
So I actually had an idea for Goof Group emotes already. So we have the Wah. It's Waluigi. It's kind of like Mario based.
We need GG.
We need like a Goof Group emote, or we need something Mario related, or we need something Zelda related, but it has to be something specific to represent like a certain action. Like,
I like the Link thumbs up one.
I like the Link thumbs up one as well.
I think we need GG, like Goof Group, but it also is just GG.
Cause we have, you know, a lot of our topics of today have been like Zelda and stuff like that. If we could use something Zelda related for Zelda content, or you know, for certain actions, that would be pretty cool. But
right. It would have to be like you said, it had to be something that means something. So like a thumbs up either means good luck or good job or rooting for you or something like that.
Yeah, it can't be just a basic emote.
A wave can be hi or bye, but if you just put like a picture of freaking like a heart piece or something. Well, a heart piece would be a heart, but you've also got the heart emote. Why waste that slot?
Yeah, so for instance, like, if we were to obtain something in a video game we're playing, like, we open a chest or we obtain something new, we could have, like, say,
you
Link,
got the thing!
Yeah, we could have Link, like, holding up something in the air.
Item get.
Yeah, like, item get. We can have Link opening, like, holding something in the air, like he always obtains an item. It's like, oh my god, you know, it's magical.
If we do Mario Party, we can actually put the stars.
This works too.
Like, that's another thing. Oh, just like on Twitch, we can delete and upload emotes. So if we have a placeholder, for example, like let's say we get 5 subs in this stream, and we can have, well, not subs, 5 sponsors in this stream, and we can have 2 more emotes. We can make one of them like a Pokeball for whenever we do the Pokemon randomizer. Like, yay, Pokemon caught or whatever. then delete that, and whenever we do Mario Party, throw up the star. Like, that's just an example.
So actually, I like that idea because the Pokemon randomizer is going to be a thing, right? It's going
absolutely. I want it to happen.
We should have a emote that represents a Pokemon randomizer event. Like, for instance, yeah, if we're about to catch a Pokemon, we'll have an emote to celebrate that we caught that Pokemon, especially if it's something really rare and hard to get.
You know what we could do for item get?
What?
We could take the golden poop that you get from Hetsu.
I mean, item get could represent just about anything, even a Pokemon. So,
no,
I mean,
like, you know, for getting all the Korok seeds in the game, you know you just get the giant golden turd from Hetsu?
Don't do that to me.
Make the golden turd the item get.
No, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Oh, Woken Bucky says sea salt ice cream. I like
a
this.
new sponsor.
Oh, Orange Penguin TMD. Thank you for the sponsor, guy. You the real MVP.
Wait, no, that's Pengun.
Pengun.
Not penguin. Pengun.
Oh, the penguin's got a gun? Oh my god.
How does he shoot? Does his like flipper slap the trigger in the front of the like?
I don't know.
How does that work?
Don't question it. It's a penguin with a gun. It's pretty epic.
Sponsor hood. There it goes. Hey. We saw it in chat. It's just finally going through. It was a little delayed.
There we go.
Plankton again, my boy.
But I want to go back to the whole sea salt thing. So somebody did mention a sea salt
that's
ice
4
cream.
sponsors.
It's pretty great.
That's already 4. That's 3 sponsors today.
So that's 1 sponsor away from yet another emote?
Yeah, we haven't even uploaded 1 more emote yet. But if we get 1 more sponsor, that's 2 more spaces. And then the next one unlocks at 10?
So you guys are literally helping yourselves get more emotes right now to spice up the chat, to be completely honest. And not to mention, there will be other perks. It has nothing to do with even just the emotes.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, online stuff. Like if we play people have asked specific things. Splatoon, no, only because we would need 2 different switches. So yeah, technically Kyle could sit there with a Switch in his hand, but why give him that when I've got the whole damn TV?
Right. Like,
he would need his own little second monitor or TV, and we just don't have the room for that. We could do it, but we'd be a little clutched up in here. Yeah. So Splatoon 2 specifically, I would say, is out of the question. But we've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Monopoly, Uno, Tabletop Simulator. Like, there's so many online. Like, something on a PC could be especially easy because you could just plug in a PS4 controller, boom.
You forget that I do have a flat screen TV that's about the same size as yours that I can.
No, I don't forget.
No,
I remember. That's exactly the problem. Is what I'm saying.
And I'll be getting a Switch and Splatoon.
No. What I'm saying is the problem is that you've got a TV as big as mine. That's literally the problem.
Yeah,
if you only had like a 24, 30-inch TV, that'd be different.
We have a new sponsor.
A new sponsor. That's Bucky.
Hey, Bucky, my man Bucky with the sponsor. Much appreciated, man.
He's sitting there like, oh, we got a new sponsor. I'm like, no, we don't. There we go.
There it is. So apparently, my man Bucky wanted that extra emote.
God!
Apparently, these guys want those emotes now. So
oh, they definitely do.
We're definitely gonna have to give it to them.
We got to give them those 2 emotes. Yeah. If there are any specifics that you guys want, let us know in the chat right now. Sponsor train, we could set up a sponsor train for regular streams.
This is literally a sponsored train in itself right now. It's literally happening.
Now the only thing is, for certain things, I don't know. Like if we're a little serious about podcasts, like going through the topic and trying not to get distracted or whatnot, we might mute the alert, but let it still play. That's just something I'm thinking about, because if we keep hyping up over sponsors, we'll never get our point across if we do certain things. It's totally acceptable right now and for most streams, but we'll wait and see how it all goes. Like, for example, during E3, I turn all alerts off. No alerts go on during E3. That is just our pure reaction to whatever's going on stream.
Right.
That's always been a thing. I've never had alerts on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. Asking you shall receive. Hey, my boy.
My man Bucky.
Now, that's 5 subs, sponsors. I'm sorry, I'm so used to Twitch.
Yeah, so that's 5 sponsors, and that's how many
There's
emotes?
2 more emote slots for a total of 6, I believe. Let me see. I just gotta look up.
We have 4 now.
YouTube sponsor. Oh, you mean emotes?
Yeah. So I would say that's 6 emotes total.
Emoji. Let's see. Manage sponsorships, maybe. Upload custom emoji. I'll read it out real quick as soon as I find it.
My man Bucky with the number 5. Yep, you are now officially the 5th sponsor.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with like these low numbers, and I'm not gonna read all the way through. But for 2 sponsors, we get 5 emotes. So that was the one we already got as soon as Tier sponsored. Now that we're at 5, we can have 6 total. So we have room for 2 more. The next slot unlocks at 10, then 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75, 100, and then after that it goes up 25 at a time, and then once it reaches 250 it goes 50 at a time, and I'm assuming once it gets to 1,000 it goes 100 at a time. Indeed. It goes 200 at a time. Alright then. Okay. The list goes all the way to 4,800 sponsors. You get 49 emotes. For 5,000 sponsors, talk to us. It literally says that. Instead of going to 50, it says talk to us. Like, if you have 5,000 sponsors, fam, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
You're making us money.
Right.
Because think about it, for 5,000 sponsors at $5 a pop and they get 30%, yeah,
it's a lot of money.
That's 30% of 25,000
a
month.
Yeah.
Imagine if enough people did that for them.
Right.
They start turning their profit.
Yep, you guys are pretty awesome. You're doing us proud, I guess.
And if someone's mentioning like when is the next Pokemon Direct, okay, this is a question you should literally never ask, because every, and I mean every, Nintendo Direct of any kind is announced and then streamed the next day.
Yep.
Anything else is rumors, speculations, hopes, and dreams. So never ask that question. It will be known that it's. Do you have a Twitter account? If a Direct is announced, you will see it on Twitter, because they trend all day whenever they announce a Direct.
Yeah, it's gonna be blown up.
Super Smash Brothers. Okay, hold it. There was Super Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash for Switch, Smash Bros for Switch, Smash Switch, and Nintendo's Smash Brothers, all trending at the same time all day when the last Direct happened. If you miss news like that, that's on you for not being on any social media.
Right.
So, no excuse. Get on Twitter. All you need is an email address. You have an email address? Yes, you do. Get on Twitter.
And so far, this podcast has made me feel a lot better for the future of Goof Group, because I have genuinely been wanting to know what you guys have wanted us to do. So from what we've talked about, I know you guys want to see more Zelda. I know you guys want to see more live streams. I know you guys want to see more podcasts, which is pretty exciting. I'm excited. We're definitely gonna roll out more podcasts. You know, we got so many topics.
Ooh.
I mean, God, that is Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I love
that's
this
the first village.
Is it Farron Woods?
No, that's the woods outside the village. It's Oran Village, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that. But that's Twilight
Princess is the one that I know the least amount on.
Ordon Village. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
I love this lack of delay. Hold up, real quick. Let's test. I love this lack of delay. Hold up, real quick. Let's test. That's
it's so
good.
I love it so much.
And this has been open the entire stream. It is not closed. So any buffer or anything that's happened, that's how far back it is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
YouTube, you're actually doing something good. I love you.
Yep. But yeah, after this specific podcast, we will definitely talk about what we're gonna do next. After this podcast, we're definitely gonna play something. I mean,
I want to say Saturday. Let's just straight up at noon Central Time. Let's set the time. Let's set the schedule.
And do the Pokemon randomizer.
Like tomorrow, I can get it all done, and we could do a test drive.
Yeah.
And then, knowing that it works, randomize it again, so we don't know. Like, we don't want to know our starters or anything.
Yeah.
So like, just be like, oh hey, it works. Redo it. Save the files. Leave it alone. Set it up to go for noon.
Gotcha.
And then, like I said, go for 2 hours.
I'm good with this because this Pokemon randomizer is probably going to keep me occupied. Like, it's going to be the first time I do a Pokemon randomizer. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know what it was until he explained it to me, but it sounds incredibly fun and incredibly competitive, and I will rage. You know that guys, if you know a lot of my gameplay so far on Goof Group, you know I'm going to rage, but it's going to be enjoyable. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, and the reason I want to start with red and blue specifically is because that is the least amount of Pokemon and no abilities.
And nostalgia reasons.
So that too.
Yeah.
But like if we started, for example, with Gold and Silver, that's 2 regions and 251 Pokemon. That's a big. That's quadruple red and blue in that sense.
Yeah.
And then if you do Ruby and Sapphire, then yeah, you're introducing abilities. And then if you do Diamond and Pearl, you're introducing the stat changes because they split physical and special attacks. So it's not by type anymore, it's by contact or lack thereof.
Right.
Black and White is hundreds of Pokemon in a game where they intended to redo the series, because in Black and White, I don't know if you remember this, but in Black and White, they didn't have all the other Pokemon available. You had 150 brand new Pokemon in that game.
Yeah.
There was no Pikachu, there's no freaking Diglett. Like, you have brand new Pokemon. Then X and Y, that's 3DS. That's going to be way harder to do. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think we can do it because we've only got my 3DS. So unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to do that. But we could go all the way up to Black and White 2. So if the series takes off, then we can definitely keep doing that.
I'm good with this.
Odette, why do you have this strange obsession with Cliff?
I know, I was wondering the same thing.
Nah, I don't remember as far back as 2013 E3. I think that was my first E3 that I streamed.
Really?
It was either 2013 or 2012. Because, like, I really didn't know about... Like, I knew it existed, but it wasn't, like, a big deal to me at the time. Like, I didn't know how huge it really was. And then everyone was like, oh, you watching E3? You watching E3? I'm like, oh, sure, why not? And they're like, what do you mean, why not? And then they started describing it to me. I was like, why haven't I been watching this? So, yeah, it was 2013. Okay. I'll take y'all's word for it. I thought I'd done it for 5 years already, but oh well. Because I know, yeah, people kept asking me last year, where's your 2016 E3? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm like, bruh, we streamed it on Goof Group.
Hey, with the Skyrim song now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Skyrim music.
Yeah, bro, there's a lot I want to do personally, and it's going to be a matter of taking it one step at a time. I think first and foremost, because this is a collaborative effort, we need to get Goof Group schedule. And as of right now, I like the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday idea. Like, for shows, quote unquote. A podcast, a day for, like, you guys specifically to play with us for whatever game. And then us playing by ourselves, doing something.
Yeah.
Like, I think those are, like, the big three things. That's the reason anyone has ever found us. And, like, that's... Whether they found us from coming from my channel or searching, they looked for a let's play of a game and they found it and they liked it. They came for E3 reactions and they want to see more stuff like that, which podcasts. And then other kind of reactions and discussions, They came for that. They can get it.
Tier, he already explained that his personal streaming is gonna fit, you know, throughout the day. We're not gonna be streaming on Goof Group or doing that the whole day.
Like 2 hours a day, 3 days a week on Goof Group is like totally fine. So, for example, like for me solo, that has nothing to do with Kyle.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I could stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning, and then every day Monday to Saturday do the evening. Like, ideally, what I want to do, like, I literally want to treat Twitch as a full-time job, and then Goof Group as a hobby / part-time.
Yeah. So relax. You're gonna get your John fix.
You're gonna get me.
You're gonna get your John
It's
fix
gonna
here.
be me.
Yeah, you're gonna get your John fix. You got nothing to worry about.
So like for example, not today because personal stuff that's specifically happening today. I won't be streaming again on my own. But is this Paper Mario?
No, that's Majora's Mask.
That is Majora's Mask. It sounds similar to Paper Mario kind of stuff. Like, doesn't it sound like the freaking
I recognize it immediately.
I mean, now when I looked at it, I did. As soon as I looked at the picture, I was like, oh no, never mind, that's Majora's Mask. But I was like, why does this sound like it would be out of Paper Mario? Like the freaking star gazing room, whatever it's called, the thing with the wizard dude. I don't even remember. No, it definitely sounds like it could be in Paper Mario, but
John,
it's Zelda.
what does she mean by needing to compromise your own thing again?
Oh, she doesn't want me to try to go all in on Goof Group and then fall apart on my own.
Yeah, but I mean that never really happened to begin with, though.
In a way, it kind of did.
Yeah, but I mean that's not gonna happen this time. He's still gonna be streaming.
Yeah, this time I'm starting way smaller because before, whenever I decided, all right, instead of Let's Playing on my own channel, I'm going to move everything on Goof Group. And Goof Group was going great. For 4 months, we uploaded... no, not for 4 months. For 3 months, we uploaded 3 videos a day. Every single day.
Yeah, and Tier, you're forgetting that he's my friend as well. Like,
so,
for a long time.
Let me, I need to see.
I'm not going to let him fall back on anything he doesn't want to do or doesn't need to do.
Let me look real quick on the dashboard. So like on my own channel, and keep in mind I only really opened Blah Blah LPs in 2012? No, 2013. Can I please go to the video page? Alright, so including unlisted stuff, private, which isn't too much, so let's call it, I have 1,800 videos on my channel. That's over the course of 6 years. Including the rest of 2018. So 5+ years. Goof Group has... It's loading. Goof Group has almost 400 videos, and that was all uploaded basically in a year.
Yeah, like that's... Yeah. Goof Group did pretty well.
Like, we...
And then, even after being inactive, we were still getting subs, and we were still getting a good bit of views.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, bruh.
We didn't like go, we didn't freeze or nothing. We didn't do bad. Like we literally went on pause, and it didn't get any worse than that.
Yeah,
it actually got better. Which
there
is weird.
There were a couple months where we had a net loss, but overall we gained more than we lost, which is weird.
So Goof Group never fell at all.
And the funny thing is, it all came from the least appreciated Let's Play. The least appreciated one we ever did was Rayman. Because they were
Which I hated.
It was like, yay, Mario. I love Mario. 4-player Mario? Absolutely. Kirby's Return to Dreamland was the third one we did. And more people were on board, but they were just like, this is a little too hectic with 4 people. But for Rayman, they're like, this is way too hectic. You were pissed.
I hated it.
I was pissed at myself. Alex was like good but disappointed, and Javi was just like, if I'm not Rayman, I'm gonna slit a throat. Like that's all he wanted. He just wanted to play as Rayman.
I missed over it. Nine Things Magical was trying to sponsor, but for some reason it was preventing him from doing it.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say it's the thought that counts, but I don't know if you're doing it for attention. I don't know if you tried and failed. I don't know if there's an issue on your end.
Yeah, I guess if you really did want to
if you did try, thanks for trying.
Yeah.
But it's like, make sure your stuff is right, because if it failed, that's literally a personal problem.
Yeah, I mean, just keep trying if it really means that much to you.
Oh, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, if they couldn't sponsor us, then that means for some reason their debit and or credit and or PayPal is not right.
Either your bank blocked it, or you need to get permission, or, you know, you just don't have enough money on your, or you might have a limit to it. You never know. It could be
if you can't do a $5 transaction, there is a problem on your end.
Yeah. Yep, because it is definitely up and working on our end now. We've got, what is it, 5 sponsors now?
Mm-hmm.
So
like I said, you don't have to sponsor.
No,
we do greatly appreciate it, and we will find ways to give back for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I've always said is that when I'm financially stable, when my regular full-time income pays all my stuff and I got money left over and I'm still getting a surplus, I want to do stuff like sub giveaways. Mm-hmm. So like on Twitch, for example. Yes, we know.
I love it.
We know.
Oh,
we've heard this enough.
Temple of Time. Oh, I think I just. Oh man.
Change your pants.
Yep, I think I gotta change my pants now. It's so. It was good.
Dude, I'm so glad that water is all the way over there, because you would be the one for me to look away, grab a scoop of water, and like pat yourself down, and be like, I'll be right back.
Oh man, I love the Temple of Time music though.
You're definitely that guy.
Theme. It's amazing. So, oh my god.
But yeah, anyway, so if it ever gets to that point where we're getting a good chunk of money from just sponsorships and donations and yada yada yada, because it's never gonna happen with ad revenue, straight up. Like not until you have to be somewhere for that. You can get 1 million views a month and still not earn enough, especially if we split it. So if we ever get to the point, like, I have guaranteed that if I'm financially stable, giveaways are going to be a thing, big or small. I don't care if I'm giving away a Switch or a PS4 Pro, or if I'm just giving away an Amiibo. Like,
or a pack of bubble gum.
I will give away a pack of bubble gum as a freaking gag gift. Just give me your address and I'll order bubble gum off Amazon. You think I'm fronting?
Yep, absolutely.
Eventually, one day, that is a goal. I do want to be able to give back to the ones that gave me so much more than they ever needed to. Or I never expected any of this. I opened my YouTube channel in 2007 because no one I knew played Pokemon, and I wanted to find people to play Diamond and Pearl online with.
Right.
That is the only reason I started a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Look at me now. Doing a podcast on a group.
I did it because, channel. You know, it was an idea for all of us to get together and just do what we love and play video games.
Yeah, this is all a hobby, straight up.
Yeah, it's basically
the fact that we're making a dime off of it at all is just the fortunate circumstance we're in, because we just barely have the numbers with YouTube.
Yeah.
Because did you know that the sponsor button and all is only available if you have over 1,000 subs?
Oh yeah, we can't get sponsors. I mean, this is all because of you guys.
Yeah. So had we not grown to where we are at now,
we wouldn't have a sponsor button.
As a matter of fact, the views that we got from most of you guys, and then the accumulated views after we went on hiatus, I don't think we even had the views to stay partnered back then. Like, had this change happened way back in, like, 2016, we would have been stuck. We still would not be partnered today. We wouldn't get the sponsor, but we wouldn't have any of this. We wouldn't have half the streaming features.
Absolutely.
So, I prefer double bubble gum.
Double bubble.
Can you enable Super Chat? The reason I disable Super Chat on my channel and for Goof Group is because that rips off the donator. Or donor, whatever. It rips you off. Because sponsors, I get it. You're contributing to us, but you're also paying YouTube for features and whatnot. But for a donation, you're trying to donate to that person. We should not get 70% of your donation where YouTube gets 30. That's complete bull.
Yeah.
I hate that they do that. It should not be a thing. So if you want to donate, we do have the Streamlabs link in the description. It's like Streamlabs or whatever. Donate.streamlabs.com/Goof Group. Whatever it is. It's like the second link there. If you do want to donate, you can use that. But the reason we use that instead is because we'd get all of it for the most part. It's like freaking a certain amount of cents plus X amount. I'm sorry. It's like, okay, for $1, for example, it's 33 cents plus 1%, which would be 1 more cent. So we'd end up getting 76 cents. No, I'm sorry, 66 cents. If someone donates $100, that's 33 cents plus 1%, which is like $1 or so off. So we end up getting 98 and something, or 97 and something, which is way better than 70.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just like an example. And dude, the first time I did stream when Super Chat was a thing, someone did a Super Chat for $50. I had no idea who they were. They said they were a longtime fan, but they've always been afraid to comment. This is my first time commenting. This is my first stream of yours. Yada, yada, yada. $50. Turn it to 35.
Odette, Cliff is probably already subbed for Blah's his personal channel. See, this is Goof Group. This is not his. So. This is not his personal channel. This is Goof Group. This is me, Jonathan, Alex, and Javi. This isn't, just donating or sponsoring to one specific person. Even if you have the mindset to do that, everybody, benefits from that. This is not just Blah's channel. This is not John's channel. Yeah.
There's little things like that I keep thinking about. Like, there are still points where Twitch's services would be better if we at least had the affiliate status.
Yeah.
If we had the affiliate status on Twitch, I think we'd be doing this on Twitch instead. But, like, there's something on Twitch, they have gift subbing now. Did you know that?
Gift subbing? So,
like, you know how you subscribe to someone on Twitch?
Yeah.
You can gift a subscription, so you can pay for someone else to become subscribed. So, like, if you wanted to subscribe to Jess, like Spido Gaming, if you wanted to subscribe to her again, I could subscribe for you. I'd pay her the $5, but you'd get the perks.
I mean, I guess that's cool, but
no, it's really cool because I don't know if you can only do tier 1 or not. Tier would know because she did like 5 of them. She's gifted 5 subs to different people because of her OCD saying this has to be an even number. So we were at like 67. She's like, gift. We have to be at 70.
Okay, wow. I guess that's pretty cool.
So I hope that YouTube implements something like that. The number one thing for YouTube, not for streamers, not for viewers, the number one thing for YouTube that they need to do to start earning money is introduce a bit knockoff. They need to have something equivalent to Twitch bits because that would literally end the ad-pocalypse.
Yeah.
You watch an ad, you get chat currency, you super chat that. Super chat the whatever thing they got. Hearts. I don't know. YouTube Gaming already has a heart as its icon, so grind for hearts. Give someone a piece of your heart.
There you go. Heartus.
Give someone an extra life.
Hey, Gamer Life. Welcome to the podcast, man.
How you doing, my dude? Now, without looking, try to guess. How long do you think we've been live?
Probably about 2 hours and 47 minutes.
That's a little bit of an overestimate, but
2 hours and 37 minutes.
1 hour 53 minutes. We have 7 minutes left of this podcast.
What? Oh, because it says started streaming 2 hours ago.
Oh, because it rounded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it rounded. I think it would have said that if
I
it
was just going over 2 hours
it was
because I've been saying.
If it was like an hour and a half, it might have even said that.
Oh, okay, that's why.
But wait, they did change. Okay, never mind. Tier just confirmed that they changed it on Twitch. You can now gift sub all tier lists.
Yeah.
So you can gift sub a $25 sub to somebody.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy. It's like, hey, we need to reach this goal. We need to reach this goal. No one else can sub. Fine, I'll do it. Give you 6 sub points. There you go. Upload your damn wah emote.
Right?
Dude, I want to have this wah emote on Twitch so bad. That's the next emote we want to unlock. We need 80 subs on there, though. Because it goes from like 65 to 80 at that point.
Yeah, but after this podcast, we're definitely going to unlock those other emotes.
Yeah, I need to see what else we got, because no one really specified anything, or at least I didn't see anyone specify a specific emote.
Well, one person said something else, he sold ice cream.
Ah, that one. Okay.
And then I had said something about, you know, get item, you know, the link holding up an item or something like, or the link's thumbs up.
Yeah, okay, so at least for now, let's upload sea salt and the link thumbs up, because I think that makes the best sense for like us.
Yeah, definitely. And there's Metroid.
Soon enough, I can upload the Moogle one. The dude is so cute. That little Moodle. Moodle the Moogle.
Hey.
That's gonna be a topic in and of itself. Freaking Metroid Prime.
Oh man.
Only problem is I wouldn't have anything much to contribute to that.
Do you hear that masterpiece?
Oh, I hear it. And this is supposed to be atmospheric and relaxing music. This makes me feel like I'm about to go shoot some aliens.
And that's Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. When Metroid Prime was already dark, but this is when it got darker.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know Metroid Prime is actually a prequel?
What?
To the older Metroid games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a prequel to the older Metroid games.
Like even Metroid and Super Metroid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that I knew.
Yeah. Metroid Prime is like pretty back, yeah. That it explains her origins with the Chozo.
Hell.
When she was raised by the Chozo, why she has the various suit and stuff like that.
If it's not the same month, maybe we can have a month of Metroid and we can go through the Metroid Prime games leading up to 4.
Yeah.
That could be something.
I'm not exactly sure where Metroid Prime falls into the timeline. I would have to look at it again, but yeah. Oh, Nintega is saying it takes place in between 1 and 2.
Oh, really? I knew it was like in the older era though.
Yeah, Metroid Prime's not like super far into it.
Like I didn't think it was like a sequel to all the other ones. I didn't think it was like further on ahead.
Yeah.
And all I know really is that they turned it from a side-scrolling platformer to a first-person shoot 'em up.
Mm-hmm. And like Super Metroid's like far at the end, I think. Or something like that. Then Metroid Fusion's like pretty far too.
Can you believe people still think that Ridley is going to be a playable Smash character?
Who?
Ridley.
He's gonna be a Smash character?
No, people keep thinking that he should be.
Why? He's huge.
And they always use the argument, they downsized Bowser. I'm like, you dumb bitch. They upsized Bowser in all those games. That's not his actual size.
Yeah.
That's the argument people use. So they're like, look how big he is in Sunshine. Look how big he is in Galaxy. I'm like, yeah, because they upscaled him for no reason.
Yeah, Bowser's different size in all the games, but if you look at like Super Mario 64 Bowser, but then you look at like
Mario 1, 2, 3, World 64,
yeah.
And even Odyssey.
Yeah, that Bowser.
Even Odyssey, he's not that big.
First of all, Ridley is a literal dragon. He's huge. He's bigger than Bowser.
Their argument is they can use the scaling that they did on the NES, and I'm like, bruh, they only did that because they couldn't do more.
Yeah, no, that's not... Ridley's not going to be a Smash character, I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense as a character in general.
He's a boss in subspace!
Yeah, that would be like saying, putting... Who else? Like playing as, Mother Brain in freaking Metroid and Smash, or playing as, you know, some other like stupid fucking powerful character.
But like
it would make sense.
But my point is like upscaling a character and downscaling a character are two completely different things. Because when you upscale, Little Mac was freaking upscaled. He's even shorter than what they make him in Smash. He's shorter than that.
Yeah.
Pikmin and Olimar are literally like ants. Smaller than ants. And they upscaled them. That makes sense because they're humanoids and they got freaking proportionally scaled, upgraded, cool, fine, whatever. But you can't say Bowser was... yeah, Bowser was downsized, but he had proportional limbs and whatnot and was only so big in certain games. He always was the size that they basically made him. They just made him bigger in his own series. It's just like, okay, whatever.
You know what game, Metroid game, that really caught my attention back then, that I loved instantly, and it came out for Nintendo DS? Metroid Prime Hunters.
It was Hunters, alright. I knew it was
because it was the first one that came out with multiplayer.
We played that.
And you could play as the different bounty hunters aside from Samus.
You and I played that on the DS local multiplayer.
And I always favored the red guy that could snipe with the red beam, and he turns into that spider thing. You know how Samus could turn into the ball?
You are bringing back bad memories.
I was good with him. Like, I was a crack shot with that sniper beam. Like, I got headshots every time, no matter where I was. I would, even if you were running, I was a crack shot.
Meanwhile, I'm still trying to roll efficiently.
Yeah. So, like, Samus could turn into the ball. You know, they had the red guy, which I favored, that turned into the spider thing for mobile. They had the rock guy that turned into some kind of little bitty rock golem thing. And, I mean, they had a bunch of different stuff. And it was really cool. Like, everybody had their own little unique alternate fire mode. And I don't know. It was really, really cool. I really liked it.
All right. Well, let's just do one last rapid fire question session for a couple minutes because we didn't start talking right away. We talked like 5 minutes in. So we got like a couple more minutes. We're just passing the 2-hour mark. Any last second questions that won't take too long for us to answer?
Yep.
And while you guys are asking that, long story short, we're going to aim for 3 streams a week for 2 hours on those days. As of now, we're thinking Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at maybe 2 p.m. or... No, I'm sorry. 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.? All right. 2 p.m. 3 days a week. We'll come up with more specifics as time passes. Hopefully by Saturday, we'll figure something out. Ooh. Crap. Actually, I just realized. I don't know if we could do Saturday at 2. We might have to wait.
And that's Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah. Okay. Saturday is up in the air. Kyle and I are going to talk about it off screen. Basically, we have to deal with a personal thing this Saturday. And it's just a time thing. Nothing's wrong by any means, so don't worry. It's just something that we have to take care of. And we don't know when or how long that's going to take. So 2 p.m. Saturday may not happen. We might have to either wait till a little later on Saturday, but it's going to happen. We're streaming that randomizer.
It's going to happen. You're going to have 3 days out of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
This 1 week was the bad week because we are playing by ear. We're trying to figure things out.
Yeah. Goof Group came back this week. It's not something you can just rush and just go on. It's not up in the air. You got to take things like this carefully.
And like I said, Monday, one thing was brought to my attention. Saturday, another thing is going to be happening. And it's just a matter of, can we work around that this week? But starting next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday should be no problem.
Right.
And then once we're done with the Goof Group scheduling, I'll start doing my own scheduling. So these days when I'm streaming on Goof Group, I might not stream in the morning on my own, or I might not stream so late in the evening. But essentially, for me, 10 hours a day across all streams. So my morning stream, my Goof Group stream, my own personal stream. Those will be 10 hours for me. Because I know people have been asking about that a lot. that will also be played by ear. I still have that list of games on my to-do list. I might still be doing my Let's Plays by myself on that. But if Goof Group starts getting more attention and yada, 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 we'll move some stuff over here so Kyle can be the player and I'll just be on co-commentary. Or we could do co-op, stuff like that. Basically, if it's co-op, we could do it here. If it's single player, I'm doing it by myself on my own channel. So Cuphead might move over to Goof Group.
Yeah.
We already discussed that yesterday. So Cuphead might move over. And I'll start over and do it as a co-op. That'll be fun. But like Super Mario... Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, I gotta finish. So that's me by myself. Alright, let's get to these questions if there are a lot of them.
Can you make a Mega Man level 2 as a Let's Play or live stream? If that were to happen, that would be him and not me. Personally, I'm not a big Mega Man fan.
Wait. Make a good Mega Man level 2? What?
I don't know what he means by that, but I'm assuming he means...
Oh, the Mega Man Maker?
A Mega Man Maker?
The same way Mario Maker's a thing, there's like an online, unofficial tool.
Oh, I wouldn't be very interested in that, personally, but we could do it if you were.
Yeah, like, I didn't know there was... When he said level 2, I was like, what are you talking about? That's not what it is? Well, then now I'm confused.
What do you think about Kirby? Kirby as in this game series, or is it a specific Kirby?
He sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
By pressing the B button. No, you may not link it. But anyway, yeah, it looks like it's about it. We'll try to update you guys on Saturday. We cannot update Goof Group tomorrow. We literally have to wait till Saturday, because Saturday is when the personal event is taking place.
Yeah.
Star Allies is not happening right now because I don't have $60 to throw around. And yeah. Unless someone freaking gifts me the code off my Amazon wish list, which I'm not asking anyone to spend $60 on me. But that's literally the only way that would happen right now. If I'm being completely real. Alright, so that'll do it. Thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate it. Make sure you follow us on any social media that you use. All those links are in the description for both me and Kyle and Goof Group. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And, you know, as always, like I say, keep up with your shenanigans. Make me proud. And, yeah.
We love y'all.
Do you, boo-boo?
This shit's fun, and I love it.
I love you guys.
I love you guys more than I love doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you guys Saturday. Stay updated on Twitter. Or I'm just going to go live, and you guys are just going to be like, oh, hey, it's here. Okay, bye!
Bye!